Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and what I want to do in this video is take the Pioneer down onto the planet because I need to collect some ice, and I'm also thinking about giving the hover tank an outing against the Xerax. But before that, a bit of an update of the situation with the carrier build. And what you can see is I've actually moved the carrier over next to the derelict ship, and I've been pretty busy taking this area apart. You can see I've actually scrapped this entire area here, and I've got loads of blocks from here. Also, more interestingly, I found a couple of red loot boxes buried in amongst the alien blocks. I didn't get much from them. There's mainly more alien blocks, but there's a couple of very useful finds there. And what I've actually done now is I've moved the carrier back up to here so that I can start taking this area apart. I'm hoping to find a bit more variety in the loot, because I've been taking out some of the armored windows, and there's also, if I come in here, there's a whole area here full of grow plots, which I've taken for no other reason than the fact that I can. So that's the situation with the derelict ship. Build wise, I haven't done that much. What I've been really doing is getting away through with some of the grind, and probably the most visual effect is the fact that I literally scrapped a big pile of hardened steel blocks to get the titanium plates, so that I could go all the way over the armor deck. Let's just turn that way around so I can show you a bit better. Yeah, so that I've actually now converted the entire upper flight deck to hardened steel blocks, and I think it actually changes the visual appearance a lot better as well. And probably the biggest change I've done since the last video is I spent quite a lot of time. I can turn that on, you might see a bit better, blocking out the main core area here. As you can see, it looks a bit like Minecraft at the moment, but what I was really more interested in is getting the basic shape here. And what I've done is I've put the artillery turret, which will be most likely in its last position. For what, the lower one, we'll have an upper one again also, because I want 2 artillery turrets on here. And what I've done is I've started to fill out this shape of this area, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of depth to the blocks. And what I'm thinking is that what I will do is put thrusters in here, but what I was more interested at the moment is getting the basic shape. I'm also considering as maybe doubling the depth of this landing deck, maybe starting about here and coming out all the way round. But you also see that what I've actually done is put alien blocks in here, and you can just see the hint of some more alien blocks. And what I actually did was if you watch the previous video, I created that, I talked about that carpenter's walk, which is really an engineer's walk. And what I did is I encased all that in alien blocks, because I've got so many from the derelict ship. Then I put in layers of hardened steel blocks. Then I thought, as the kind of layer below what will be the final surface, I've also put in another layer of alien blocks. So although this area looks like this whole section is solid alien blocks, it's not. What I've actually done is capped the ends with alien blocks as well, because of course if you put alien blocks on the outside, the textures is a bit limited. If I show you that, so if we come here, you can see here, I mean, there's not much in the way of textures, so you can kind of put it in there to give it a metallic look, or something like that, bubbly. So that's the reason why I don't really want to use them on the outside. I just want to use this as an internal armor, because there is quite a big difference with the capacity. You can see there, a Xeno steel block is 2,750 hit points. The hardened steel blocks are 1,000, and the combat steel blocks, which I will probably encase the outer part of the ship with, is, well, that's 1,500, but the full size is 2,000. So I think having layers of this will effectively protect my machine rooms. I've also brought this out here. You can see the second layer for the armored deck, which will be hardened steel blocks there, coming out this way. It probably only come out about as far as here. I've put these thrusters roughly in the position I want them. I don't want them right at the back. And what I will probably do is encase those in hardened steel blocks. The other change I've also put in, if you come here, you'll see there's some containers here, because when I was picking up all the blocks, I was filling up the space very quickly. So what I've actually done is, if I come into here, I've created this called the block store. And this has got a capacity of 320,000, which is the largest capacity you can actually have with container blocks, which I actually found out, because if you put more on, it lets you put more down, but it doesn't increase the total. So that's something you need to be aware of, that once you get to 320,000, that's the largest capacity for any block there. But you can see it gives you an idea of some of the blocks that I've actually extracted. So I've got 705 hardened steel blocks, 576 steel blocks, and oh well, okay, we've got 815. And now, one thing I have found in the derelict ship is combat steel blocks are quite rare. So if you find those, you really want to pull them out as complete blocks. You can see I've also picked up some other odds and ends there. I've got some armored windows. I've still got 1,600 titanium plates for upgrades, and I've got, of course, a big pile of steel plates left over from the upgrades. I've got a few Saphian plates where I've actually deconstructed or salvaged some of the combat steel blocks. So that's the current state of play, and probably the only other thing I've actually done is I actually have put a very alfresco cockpit on the top here. And so and somebody did leave a comment about the pilot mode, and I did try it with the carrier, and I think for just generally moving around it's quite good, but I think for close maneuvering, what you really need to do is go back to the normal, or the other mode, I can't remember what it's called, and then use the out key to break away so you can look round, because you know truthfully, I mean, if this was real life, what this ship would have would be cameras on all sides like you have in cars, so that you can actually see what's going on, and you'd have a bank of video screens in front of you to see what's going on. Anyway, that is the update of the current situation. I'm definitely not happy with this, but what I'm thinking is to get the bottom finished and shaped in, because that will counterbalance this, and then I will probably rework this whole area. We may even end up reworking the farming area, because it just looks too heavy and chunky at the moment, especially this back section. Anyway, I don't want to spend too long talking about the build. And what I've got to do now is we've got to get into the capital vessel. And switch the thrusters on, because what we're going to do now is go down onto the carrier and pick up the hover tank, which is going to be interesting, because what I need to do is get in. I think I might have got a bit close here. That kind of turret bit's going to stick out, isn't it? So we're going to have to drop down here. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, yeah, look at that, it's just in the right place, but in some ways that's not too big a problem, because what I'm going to have to do is drop down, but not actually dock. I don't want to do that. Just like that. We're going to have to do that, because if I dock with the capital vessel, the hover tank won't be able to dock with the Pioneer. Just turn the thrusters off, walk through, which is one of the downsides of the fact that you can't have multi-level docking. So I'm hoping that I'll be close enough to the deck that I'll be able to load it. Otherwise, what we'll have to do is dock with the carrier, and then load the hover tank and then do it. So yeah, it's a little bit high, isn't it? Might be able to get away with it. We might need to take a bit of a run up at this. So let's just get into here. That's not exactly what I wanted, is it? This is going to be fun. Lift that up. That's out. Get maximum height. Bit of tilt and charge. Well, I think I've done it. I'm just going to squish in here. It's a bit difficult to judge the parking here. I really need a marker just above there to say that I'm on the center line, isn't it? I think that will be it. So, will that land? It should. Yeah. And it's docked. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I'll turn the power off to save a bit of power. Okay. Where am I? I think I'm stuck again. Oh no, I'm not stuck. Yep. So we should be okay with that. Yeah, yeah. I definitely feel that I need to have something just below that ventilator to give me a line-up point with respect to docking this, because this just barely fits in the hangar. Anyway, top up the oxygen. Not that I'm going to need it, because the planet we're going to is got oxygen on it. Food. Oops. Just shift that into there. Oh, one thing I do need to do is, I'm sorry about this. I think I can make them here. No, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna make about 40 of those. I am really going through the fuel cells at the moment, running the two ships. So I need to keep pushing those out, and got a feeling I'm going to be on a perpetual hunt for Promethium. And if anyone's watching, solar panels on capital vessels would be a brilliant move. So we're just going to go there, move away. I'm hoping that the carrier is going to be safe there, and we're just going to go down. Now, if I head for the large wreckage, enemy troops are approaching. Approaching what? Is that a little bit of hostility left over from the days of the past? Yeah, so where are we? I can't even see the marker against. Oh, there it is there. So the Xerax are down here. There's a patrol vessel. I mean, I could have a crack at the patrol vessel. Ship doesn't seem to want to fly level. Let's get the shields on. Shields are on. Good. One thing I didn't pick up was the SV. So we're flying without an SV. Oh, that's annoying. And I can't mine. That means sorry about this, guys. I've got to go back up into space and get the SV. I'm a bit worried about that block. It keeps appearing everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's a graphics glitch. Level off again. I don't need to dock the ship. I just need to get close enough for me to jetpack out. I think that would be it. Back on. The SV's docked on the port side. There it is. Bugs. And we're just going to pick you up. Jump up. Got control panel. One thing I'm getting very good at is actually maneuvering with the spacesuit and using the Q and E keys to do this, because technically in space there's no up and down. Oops, I don't want that. Yeah, so I'm getting quite good at doing that and manoeuvring. I mean, that's actually the easiest way to get blocks, not actually use the personal drone, but just to fire up the jetpack and just fly amongst the infrastructure. As long as you stay within the wireless connector of the ship that you want to store everything in, you can just fly in and out of the infrastructure, grabbing blocks. So we're just going to have a attempt number 2 to get back down on the planet. Another one of those messages. Was that just left over? Nope. So I think if I set, we've got that outpost there. What have we got here? Ice Storm Defense, a convoy, missile base, geothermal planet. That's right next to the drone base. I think that's the only Xerax on the entire planet, yeah. Got the patrol vessel. I wouldn't mind having a crack at the patrol vessel, actually. I mean, it's only a level 1, but the trouble is you can't really get any loot off it, but it's hovering around there. Anyway, let's just... I don't think there's anything on this area here that I haven't actually done. We've got a crash transport rear there. Just go check that out, just to see if that's got anything of any real value on it. I certainly wouldn't mind some more thrusters, but I've got a feeling I've already stripped out all the thrusters from this area. And of course, we could always go back to the Heidelberg, because I think that's got some combat steel blocks on it. Whoops, so yeah, the other thing I need to do is turn on the weapons. You seriously thought you were going to defend against me? Yeah, it looks like I've actually scrapped some of this out. Well, I suppose I could just drop down and pick up the minigun drone. Just for the funs of it. Ah! Bit of a big step there. I know it's not got much loot on it, but loot is loot. Where's that? Where's the crash ship? It's over that way. Let me just turn the thrusters off. I have to do it the quick way. Just go have a quick look-see at the crash transport rear. Yeah, I think I've already had a little bit of a session with this. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it's all primarily steel blocks. I suppose I could salvage a little bit. Yeah, I've already visited this area here. Just pick up a little bit of steel plates just for the fun of it. That big black square though. That is definitely got to be a graphics glitch. I'm just going to jump in here. And trying to think of the best place I can go to get ice. I think it's probably better up on the mountaintops than the ground. Because I need somewhere where like there's a layer of ice. That's what I need to do is switch that off, then that back on again, and then that should, yeah, and the thrusters, or the partial lift thrusters back on. We are flying relatively light at the moment. I think we will work our way down this way. If I set a marker there, give me something to aim at if I can find it. That's the large wreckage. I think I took everything out of the large wreckage, didn't I? Right. we're in Talon territory. And we're just going to fly down here. It's very bright. Because it just looks bright compared to the dark and dismal planets that I've been on recently. I think what I will do is I'll land just here and see if I can confirm that I can get ice from the top of mountains. So if we just land in here. I also really need to cut some trees down as well, because I am getting wolves. Yeah, I am getting a little bit low on wood as well, which, while it's not particularly that important, it's also it is a resource that I do need to think about. I'll leave it there. Really need to pick my crops as well. I'm just going to jump in here. Just half thinking about maybe just shooting the trees with the Gatling guns. Right, let's just get up here. The other thing I've noticed is that the icon for the drills has disappeared. Now there have been a couple of minor updates, but as far as I can tell from the patch notes, they're really just bug fixes. Here we are. So we're just gonna snag a little bit of ice from here. Probably just easy to do this like this. So oops, don't really want the crushed stone. Now I'm not going to spend too long doing this. I just want to make sure that I can get some off the top. This is by far the easiest way to get water. What I'm thinking is to probably get 3,000-4,000 units of ice. But I'm not going to mine that all on video. So how much have I got now so far? We need to go here. We got over 1,000 already. Wow. This is definitely the way to pick up water. Right, I'll do a little bit more, and then I'll go down to Xerox territory and see what mischief we can get up to. Well, we're nearly 85% full anyway, so what I'll do is I'll just go for a full load. So we're 97%, so... Where's my ship gone? There it is. That wasn't a bad, what, 5 minutes work? And a lot better than doing it all by hand. Actually, no, I can't pick up anyway because it's full. So we're just going to redock with the Pioneer. Off, turn that off, jump out, first person, and what we'll do is we'll just shove that into there. That gives me 2,722, a little bit of stone, constructor out, got some power capability there, actually. Just had a quick thought. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Ammo. Got ammo there. The overall ammo is pretty good for the Pioneer, but I think I wouldn't mind making a little bit more 30mm. So if we put that to the ammo. Like about another 700 rounds. I think I've got the cellulose. Yeah, I think I've got the cellulose. Yeah, I mean I've only got 32 logs left. I really need to pick up some more of those. That as well. The wrong ship. So get into here. Down. pick up this food. It's, I mean, I feel a bit guilty if I don't pick it up because I'm wasting time. Even though I don't need it, I just feel that I'm wasting game time when another crop could be growing. So I might as well do it while I'm thinking about it. Of course, if I've got lots of water now, it means I can go back to making pizzas and things like that. So, here, player. Raw food. You've got plenty of resources, but it's the purified water that's the issue because I need that for like a couple of pizzas. I've got quite a lot of meat to give a couple because of course I need the purified water also for the bread. So what's that? That's 205. Yeah, I think we're making meat burgers as well. And maybe we'll make a couple of veggie burgers as well, just to keep up living on burgers and pizza. What a healthy diet. Right. That black square is really starting to annoy me. It's everywhere. Right, so let's just fly into this area. Need to keep an eye out for that patrol vessel. It seems to be almost stationary over there. Because the last thing I want is for the patrol vessel to come up and take out the Pioneer. Actually, I think what we'll do is find somewhere to park the Pioneer. I think on the mountaintop would be quite good, actually, wouldn't it? Yeah. I've just killed a golem. Oh. I think he's indulging in a little bit of wishful thinking. He's dead now. I think we'll just put the ship here. Just about to go and get the golem now. That's the main reason why I had the weapons turned off. I was going to be finding it. He was at the rear of the ship, wasn't he? I think a meteorite just came in. Trying to find the golem against this white. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's me. He was definitely back here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Ice golem. What did we get for that? Well, we got a little bit of titanium ore, magnesium ore, copper, and pentaxid. That's the back of the ship. Ah, come on. I've got to be able to get back into my own ship. That's it. Right. That can go to the constructor. What I want to do is take a quick look at the Merc. How are you off from ammo? Got 107 missiles. I mean, that should be because I've got the laser missiles as well. I think we're going to go hunt the patrol vessel. So, go through here. I keep walking through this room and I'm thinking that maybe when I build the top of the carrier, I only really need a 1 block height for part of it, the domestic area. This seems to work. And then maybe a 2 block height for the bridge area. Anyway, I've just walked up here for no apparent reason. While I'm talking about the carrier, I am going to give a long-term health warning for this series, is that I am one of life's invariant tinkers. There's a very good chance that that carrier will never be finished completely, because I will most likely be constantly tinkering with it, changing it, rearranging it, because that's the way I am. And I'm flying completely in the wrong direction. Right, it says the patrol vessel's that way, so let's just turn that way. How far away is the patrol vessel? There it is. Make sure. I must admit, I've never ever had a meteorite strike me in this game. I had a couple land close, but none actually have managed to strike me. Yeah, right now we're into hostile territory. Right, there's the patrol vessel. What we'll do is we'll see if we can take out its weapons first. And then it doesn't seem to be flying anywhere. I can't remember if I've had a crack at this or not. Well, it's the turret on the top, so... Hey, stop drifting sideways. I've got rid of that turret. Okay. I'm actually not hitting it. I got it. That one's down. Then this just a reload. And it'd be really great to be able to take out those big, scrap those engines, but right, you're gone. I think that is about it. I don't think it's got any other weapons on it actually. So effectively now it's toothless. The question is, do I really want to waste ammunition taking it down? Or just ignore it? Because the problem is you can't really recover from it. So I mean those engines would be good, but maybe we'll just take out one engine. I think we can just ignore it now. I've taken off the weapons. It's no threat to the Pioneer. Yeah, you can see I can fly through it. So it's a waste of time trying to shoot it down. Anyway, so we've now got rid of you. I mean, that was pretty expensive in ammunition though. I don't know, what was that? 61, so it took me about 40 missiles. Mainly because I was such a bad shot. Right, I'll get rid of you. So, and I've lost my ship. There it is. Set that back there. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a fly in on the radio space just to see what's here. Just to refresh my memory. I'm aware time is pushing on, so I set a marker there. So I've got a little bit in the way of ammunition. I don't have any food in the fridge either, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on the food situation. Yep. The level 1 ice storm defense over there. There's a column there. I want to shoot him. Not like I'm actually short of resources, so I think we'll leave him alone. Let's just get in here. Right, I'm getting crossfire on something else. Oh, look at that. We're getting homing missiles. Can't see a thing here, but... Ah! Let the shields build up a little bit. Yeah, I think we've taken a little bit of damage, so because we got struck with the shields. Okay. Wow! They took me down really quickly. I got hit with a homing missile as well. That was... Right, time to go back and check the damage. I don't think this is going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be. And we took a fair amount of damage on the left-hand side of the bow. And they took my shields down really quickly. Let's get into... No. I don't actually remember saving the blueprint, so a repair station won't help me that much, will it? Let me just have a look. Doesn't actually look like I've got as much damage as I thought I'd taken. Let me just have a quick look. F5. Yeah, so most of the damage was on this side. Looks like we've lost a block there compared to that one. So it looks like we've only lost a couple of exterior blocks. Or no, we only lost the one by the look of it, isn't it? Have a look underneath. So I actually got off a bit lighter than I thought I did. So we'll just do a little bit of repairs. Yeah, the wing took most of the damage here. We'll just repair that. What type of blocks are these? Yeah, these are only steel blocks, so just yeah. I mean, once they get through the shields, this doesn't really have the power. Never mind. Yeah, the thrusters there took a bit of damage. That looks like we lost a block there as well. One of the half-round blocks there. Let's check. Yep, so we lost a half-round block in that section there. So most not the damage, any damage up in here? Nope. Yeah, so oh, that's all repaired. I'll do the blocks later on. I don't think I've got any emergency repair blocks in here. Oh look, container ammo. No, I'd have to go to the Pioneer constructor out. Because I've reorganized things so many different times now, I've lost track of where I actually stored. In fact, I think the emergency repair blocks may actually be in the silver shade. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I think we will definitely give the hover tank an outing. I want to find out what its capabilities are, and we're going to have to find a way in here. So what we might have to do is take out that snowstorm defense. I think that's the lowest of the three, isn't it? And then, yeah, and I think the homing missiles came up from the missile base. So we're going to have to kind of try and get into this area using a bit more sophistication than just charging in with the SV. Anyway, that's going to be for the next part. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.